Hello, Internet Magic Man here from MMOBomb.com, bringing you another first look for the second time. I don't know, something went goofy with the rendering and the bottom of the screen was glitching out, so the original footage wasn't that way. Let's redo this for you so that you don't have to deal with the bottom of the screen kind of bumping and sliding and, I don't know, getting lucky, whatever the hell it was doing. This time we're going to take a look at Devilian Online. It's going to be published in the West here by Trion Worlds, developed by Bluehole Geno, so you may be familiar with the term Bluehole from Terra, so don't be surprised if a couple of the classes maybe look a bit familiar. It's an online ARPG slash MMO, so if you take Diablo 3 or Torchlight or Path of Exile, take those types of games, put them in a big open world. I know Path of Exile has features with open world play as well, so then you'll have the right idea. We're going to spend about 20 minutes in the game going over core features and getting you introduced to it. If you want to check out the game, it's currently moving to closed beta. They've just wrapped up closed beta test 1 today. We'll be playing on the alpha server, so keep in mind everything you see is, of course, subject to change. Let's jump into character creation. We're not going to play a brand new character. We'll play my characters like level 18, level 19. But just to give you an idea, you have 4 classes to choose from. The Evoker, who's a mage class. The Berserker, who is, of course, a warrior class. Shadow Hunter is a bit of ranged and melee DPS, physical DPS with the whips and chains. And then the Cannoneer, who's a sharpshooter, which probably looks a bit familiar to you Terra players. Now, the game is gender locked, so the Evoker and the Cannoneer are both female, and your Berserker, excuse me, a little hiccup there, and your Shadow Hunter are male. As far as actually creating the character, you don't have a ton of options right now. Right off the bat, you can do a Devilian preview. A big feature of the game is turning your character into this Devilian creature who has a whole new set of armor and a whole new set of skills compared to your normal class. And using those amped up powers at the right time becomes a key essential piece of strategy when in some dungeons. You can preview some of the various costumes and, of course, go without a costume. However, you're not going to have any customization right now on the body type. All of your customization is going to be right up here in the face. So you can mess with the face, pick one of 9 presets, give it a skin tone and a lip color, mess with the hair, which they have labeled as head, and the hair color there, put one of a couple of tattoos on your grill, like that, or change your pupils and your color. So not a lot of customization. We can random it a few times, but expect to see some characters that look pretty similar to you. The one good thing is, though, when you're picking up all those mad loots ARPG style, your gear does change visually on your character based on what you're wearing. So at least there's that aspect of customization. Let's jump in. We're going to play with my level 19 Shadow Hunter. We're going to do some quests. I'll take you through some of the menus and give you some of the control here. Alright, we're not going to make friends yet, even though I have that stupid quest over here. I hate those quests. The Halloween event has started, and the daily checklist I already did, but it's one of those games where you do get a reward each time you log in, a couple of points, and then you can cash in those points whenever you want for some spiffy little goodies over here. Inventory expansion ticket, 15 points, nice way to get one for free. Alright. WASD is your core movement. Left mouse button can, of course, click on a spot too. You'll notice HP at the bottom. Energy for my particular character. Shadow Hunter is based on a churn and burn. So build up energy with one certain attack, spend it with another. You get the idea. In the middle shows my level and my Devilian Awakening. Now, that meter's almost full, so we'll be able to switch to a Devilian for the max time that I can. You can pop this meter right now if you want to, but it's going to count down, and so we'll wait till it's full to do it. Most of my abilities being a Shadow Hunter are based on chain damage. There are some other fun little attacks like this. Love throwing those things. And it is action-based in the regards that it's not tab targeting, and you do have to be aiming. So if I hit 2 with my cursor pointing that way, I miss. If I hit 2 with my cursor pointing at the creatures, no matter what way I'm initially facing, it will turn and hit. So you do have to aim, and you do have to get the hell out of the way, things like that. Right now we're doing some quests. This is our kind of open world portion of the game. This is just one of the zones in the game. We can actually take a look at the entire world map Everything you see here in the north and the west is available. This area in the east and the southeast are not available yet. Current closed beta test has the level cap at 52. So if you're taking part of closed beta, that's your level cap. All right, let's do a couple of quests here, and then we'll go through some menus, take a look at the cash shop. Nifty little auto-run feature, of course. Just click it, mount up, and go. We've got to speak with a particular person. These wolves will chase us, but they'll leash back pretty quickly. And that's one thing that I'm having a bit of a, I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm having fun with Devilian, but it's in small doses. I don't sit there and play it for long periods of time. And as far as difficulty goes, I know I'm only level 19, but it really isn't all that difficult yet. I've only been in actual danger of dying once, and I didn't die. And it was really because I just wasn't paying attention to a dungeon boss's moves and abilities and reacting accordingly until I was like, oh shit, I'm about to die. But of course I've got my potions hotkeyed to Q, I have my left and right mouse button abilities, and then all of my hotbar abilities across the bottom. So pretty standard if you're familiar with the ARPG style of gameplay. You're going to pick it up real quickly. Now you're going to see me do this a lot. I'm using my one attack to build up and then spend on my 4. Occasionally you'll see me use some of the other abilities in here, especially when I have big groups and I just want to kite them around more than anything. But I'm doing level-appropriate quests, and I'd be very surprised if during this first look I was ever in any actual danger of dying. That is, of course, to say, though, that I am on the world map, not in the dungeons themselves, which work like you would expect dungeons to in an MMO. You can walk in with your party, you can go in solo, whatever. And those have varying degrees of difficulty, so expect that content to be a lot harder than your general generic questing on the world map. Now, you just notice I got a quest that just popped up out of nowhere. You will get a ton of those, and you do have the ability to turn in most quests without having to go back to your actual quest giver. There's going to be some that you will have to do that, though, simply because they're story related or contextual related, and you have to go back to where you got the quest. Alright, so we'll destroy some tunnels here. These guys want to chase me, that's fine. Not going to pop into Devilian form yet. You want to be strategic about when you use it. Right now it can be a waste. I'm not fighting a whole hell of a lot. And I'm just really beating up tunnels, so there's no real reason to pop it. But in a dungeon, it's kind of a, save that for the boss type deal. That's the way it works. Now, I will show you something here as soon as we finish these quests as far as the menus go, because you do level 2 things independently. One is your class, which you can see I'm level 19, but then your Devilian form separately levels, and my Devilian form is currently at rank 3. So you are boosting both of those separately, and both have their own gear and own ability set. You'll notice when I switch into Devilian form, all of these abilities down here in my hotbar are going to pop and change to something else. Let's complete that quest. And we will auto-run to here. And while we're doing that, let's take a look at the skills and the way the chains work. Take a look at my class first. You've got, in every class, you've got one of 3 styles or specs, and I'm currently speccing into Assassination, so when I level, I spend a point on an ability, and sometimes I drop points into these modifiers for those abilities, where you see I've opened up Shimmering Moonlight. If I drop a point in here, I can up the critical damage 7, 14, or 21%, depending on if I put 1, 2, or 3 points in that. And all of these abilities work that exact same way. Am I going to get... Yep. Wow, that auto run just dropped me right into the middle of it, didn't they? Alright, let's do this. We'll smack these guys. We'll smack these guys. We'll smack these guys. We'll smack these guys. And we'll go into Devilian form. And everybody gets knocked down. Oh, yeah. You'll notice that my level has changed to rank 3. Oh, yeah. And we've got some Halloween candy for the Halloween event that just started. That's awesome. On the whoop. Okay. No. Get away. He says as he tells you the game isn't all that difficult. Boy, auto-run really just put me in the thick of things, didn't it? Just want to get to a safe spot and show you some menus, damn it. Alright, there we go. Let's turn in this quest. We'll accept this one. You guys are still coming after me, huh? Alright, there we go. So now our Devilian skills work a little bit differently in that you get your skills, but then you have rune slots here that you can spend Devil Souls in to upgrade it. Notice that Stealth has 2 unopened rune slots, one to its right and one to its left, and Swift Strike only has the one to its left. So we can activate that slot. That rune slot is now open, and I can put in a rune and kind of customize these abilities. Think of it as kind of like gemming your Devilian's abilities and customizing the gameplay a little bit. When you get to equipment, you can do the same thing. You've got your equipment and then your Devilian's equipment as well. I'm working my way with souls. I need 2,200 more, or 2,200 total to go from rank 3 to rank 4, and I will gain power and gain the ability to use my Devilian form for a little longer as well. Another aspect of customization, there's quite a bit of it. Let me find it here. There's talismans. Think of these as like cards. You can gain these cards in various ways. I have one equipped. I won't be able to equip another until I'm level 20, so as soon as I ding here. Right now I've got this card, Trion Worlds Founder, equipped, and that gives me a quest XP reward of plus 10%, so it helps me in my little leveling. But again, you can equip 2 different sets and roll with some extra bonuses. Speaking of different sets, your skills work the same way. You have one skill page, you unlock a second one with a skill page expansion ticket, and you patrons who pay for the subscription will get a third skill page, so you could literally have all 3 of your specs and then swap between them as you see fit during whatever running or whatever you're doing determines what you need to do. So fair amount of customization as far as what you want to do with certain abilities and gear. It's really nice. There's a crafting system as well, so you are able to do that type of thing where you rework gear, again, to play to the way you like to play your particular class. And I'm glad they have customization on that front, seeing as you really don't have a lot of customization, at least right now in alpha/closed beta with the character creation itself. Kind of disappointing on that front, and if you hate gender locking, then, you know, your ass out on this one. Alright, we got Corpse Venom, so we can turn that in. Minimap shows that all my other quests are up here, but I could also just auto-run to it. And again, we're out in the open world here, so we may see other players. We'll hit a dungeon in a little bit. Not going to do any PvP because there's not really a ton of people here that are going to be able to do it, and I suck at it anyway. But the game does feature PvP as well, for those of you that are more punch your brethren in the face inclined. Now, see, I could have dodged that, gotten it, like do a little roll, get out of dodge, but I did not. But just like you have to be aiming, the monsters, have to be aiming too, so you can take advantage of that and roll out of telegraphed abilities. And save yourself from having to use a potion. Now, there is a stamina system in the game currently, which means you can run X number of dungeons on a day or whatever the timer is, and then you've got to wait until stamina builds up. Obviously, I don't know, if you're anything like me, you probably hate those systems. I can't stand them. And Trion Worlds has received that feedback already, and they are talking about working with the developers to create some type of system or way around it so that you can run dungeons whenever you want to run dungeons. That probably won't be implemented until late beta phases, though. So if you get into beta right now, you're going to have to deal with the stamina system as far as dungeon running goes. So kind of a drawback, But at least player feedback has been heard, and they're planning to do something with it. Throw a few of these. Give it one of these. There we go. Alright, now we'll go and talk to Taurus. Counterattack complete. What else do we have to do in here? Oh, I need one more Hellfire launcher. Okay, let's find one more. One more. Anywhere? Anywhere? Buddies? Buddy? Anybody got a Hellfire launcher around here somewhere? Ah, there's one. They respawned. Alright, I'm fine. I'll take it. I'll take a respawn. Alright, now we gotta go just speak to somebody. And we're just killing that for the hell of it. Auto run. We'll head on back up. Turn this quest in. This may... A dimensional rift there. This quest line may lead us to dimensional rifts, and if it does, that would be pretty cool. Take the path leading to the Forgotten Temple. Still have to add 10 friends. Random friend invite quests. Gotta love it. And alright, let's kill some of you guys. Two berserkers down. Build up that energy. I've got a full Devilian meter. That's awesome. Notice that the quests are moving around and advancing without having to go talk to somebody in most cases, which is cool. Oh, I've got to defeat the Sentinel Cerberus. Alright, we can do that. Maybe get a sweet little boss fight here while we're doing the first look. Instead of just smacking trash around. More Halloween candy for that event. Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's see. Alright, there's Cerberus. Now this is kind of a... see, get out of the attack and I'm fine. This is kind of like a little mini boss. You just see it has one HP bar at the top. When you get into some of the bosses inside actual dungeons, they usually have that ×2, ×3, ×4 type health bar where you've got to take it down quite a few times to actually beat them. But we'll stay out of the fire there, like a good little raider. And, yep, if you're not going to cast anything, I'm just going to sit there and pummel you. Oh, yeah, that time I took it in the face. I thought I could get the kill. In dungeons, you're... Now, I just got a new whip there, so let's see. I need to identify stuff. I'm too low to equip that. I don't have identification stuff. Damn it. Alright, that's a downgrade. Alright. Physical defense, we'll do that. Oh, that's a huge upgrade, so we'll change that. Notice the gears changing on my character. I do have mounts and things like corgis that can pick up my inventory and turn it all in. Sell junk for me. Whoa, shit. Let's not stand there. Let's not stand there, Mike. Something cool about these is that even though it's got the isometric camera style, you can change that style. And scroll into it, and the world is actually 3D rendered, so this stuff that you're viewing from one angle is still rendered from the other side in case you opt to play a different camera angle. Alright, so this is a co-op available. Defeat the open the dimensional rift and defeat the behemoth. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Yep. Let's unleash. The first wave has emerged, so if you're familiar with Rift, you get the idea. Very similar, and this is a co-op event, so if anybody decides to run up and help me, they can. In the upper right, you see under my mini-map, just like in Rift, the stages of the rifts going right now we are in stage 1. I've got to defeat 20 of these damn things. Pop a potion. I'm going to save Devilian form for a later stage in this rift, just because I think somebody's going to end up giving us a big baddie of some type. And it'll be nice to have that. Pick up a little health potion. Alright. And some more baddies that gotta die. Build and spend. Build and spend. And it's such a great spend. This little dark side whip mastery with it mastered up. Yeah, love it. Love it. Although I do like these things too. Now I'm the only one participating right now. You can see that over here in the menu as well. Third wave. Things are spawning a little faster here. I'm hopeful that this is the type of wave I'm going to be able to beat with one player. Up, and there's the big beast. Now that's a health bar, like I was talking about for bosses. So we've got 3 health bars we've got to get out of here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, I didn't make it out of that in time. No thanks. I'm not going to stand there and take the fire. Alright, there's 1 health bar gone. And now we'll pop Devilian form too. After we're going to make him do 1 more attack here. Come on, do something. There we go. So slick. And now we're back into regular form, but we're on the last health bar, too. Those things are so awesome. Alright, time to finish this. Just drop them. There it is. And we've sealed the rift. Ba-ba! Go us. We are amazing. Take a look at our rewards. I got an achievement. Yay. And I also leveled. Alright. What do we want to spend a point in? I could undo, or I could learn Binding Chain, or I could spend a point or 2. Critical damage for Shimmering Moonlight. Oh, man. Damage versus champions and bosses plus 10%, and a 10% chance to negate the energy cost. Those are some great upgrades for that, even though I don't use it all that often yet. But that was, this is a no-brainer. Get these 4 points in Dark Side Whip. Alright, we'll go with crit damage for now. Of course, you can respec that later if you want to. As we're running back here, let's take a look at the marketplace, which is mostly cosmetic. There are things like additional character slot tokens, cards to expand your inventory, and additional skill pages. Now, some of this stuff, obviously, you've seen in my inventory, you can find in-game, too. So don't feel like you have to buy it. But most of this is consumable and cosmetic. There are mounts and pets. And different talismans. See, here's one that you can buy. Drops rare legendary talismans, so you can get those cards through the cash shop as well. Again, there are ways to obtain those in-game, though. So, and here's your payment method. No, we will not be using my Visa today to do that. That's a long walk back. Damn. I mean, damn, that's a long walk back. Resistances, proficiencies. There's a whole meta here for those of you that are so inclined. Now, if you want to find a party, here you go. You've got dungeons, you've got the Archdevil dungeons, the raid dungeons, the infinite hunting grounds that are available at level 26. So you've got a ton of stuff to do. People looking for dungeons, but not for me, or for Archdevil dungeons. But I could queue up for any of these dungeons if I want to, that are level 20 and below at the moment. So it's recommending that I do a few there. The text looks a little bit off, but I'm sure they'll fix that. Holy hell, where are we going? Oh, all the way back to Loshburn Village. Oh, shit. Okay. I could have just, you know, done the little waypoint. Was there one on this? Oh, there wasn't on that one side, so no, I had to walk anyway. Plenty of tools that you can use to warp around the world, a la flight point, stuff like that. And there is a central city where you'll start learning all of your stuff when you first start out the game. So everything you would expect for an MMO with an ARPG thrown in. If you're a fan of Path of Exile, you're probably going to like this. I tend to think Path of Exile does a few different key things better, but this is also in beta, so I will reserve final judgment on that one. Oh, not this way. And there's a quest to pick up behind me. We'll get that in a second. Oh, another quest over here, too. Okay. We'll complete that. We'll go over here and get your quest. Yeah, I'm always down for making money. But there you go. I mean, that's the game in a nutshell. Devilian Online. Trion Worlds, currently in closed beta. Closed beta test 1 just wrapped up today. So if you're interested, check out the website, sign up for beta, try and get yourself a key somewhere. You can still, of course, buy Founders Packs and get in that way. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this first look, gang. This is Magic Man from MMOBomb.com saying, until next time, stay safe. We'll see you out on the servers.